Hello.
Hello. We'll give everyone a few minutes to join. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And
Good.
you?
I'm good, thank you. So, where are you from?
From Puerto Rico.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Many of my students at high school are from Puerto Rico as well. I'll give everyone a few minutes. Okay, just another moment. Hi, Fernanda. Hi, Juliana.
Hi, teacher.
How are you? Okay, we'll give Christian a moment to get here. Hello, Christian.
Hello, Mr. Sora.
Okay, and I think we're just waiting for Lewis. Nancy is in Africa, so I don't think she'll make it. And let me see who else we're waiting for. I think we got a few new students. So we are waiting for Kiara
Qué frío.
and Idalia and Lewis. Ramirez, Fernanda. Oop, did I take attendance in the wrong spot? Oh, and there's Idalia. And all right. All right, so we'll start. So, could I have Juliana read the red sentence for me?
Okay, hi teacher.
Hello.
Mm, In this lesson, you are going to review adverbs and expression of frequency.
Good. Repeat after me. How often do you study English?
How often do you study English?
How often do you study English?
How
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 often
often
do
do
you
you
study
do
study
you
English?
study
English?
English?
Good.
Ooh,
I
check my
study
God.
3 times a week.
I
Study.
I study English
I
three
English
times
miss
a
the
week.
time a week.
a week.
Very good. All right. So, part 1. Repeat after me. Hi, Juan. What are you doing?
Hi, Juan.
I
What are you
want.
doing?
What you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm studying.
I am
I'm
studying.
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 How often do you come to the coffee shop?
How
How
often do
often
you
How
come
often
How
to the
often
coffee
come
shop?
do you
shop?
come to a coffee shop?
coffee shop?
3 times a week. Sometimes I study and sometimes I meet friends.
3 times
Three
a
times
week.
a week.
A week.
Sometimes
Times a
Sometimes I
week.
I
study,
study,
Sometimes I study.
and
sometimes
sometimes
Sometimes I
I
I
meet
meet
meet friends.
friends.
I never come here to study. It's always so noisy. I study at home.
I never
I
come
never
here
come
to
I
here
I
to
study.
never
never
It's
come to
always
come
so
to
study.
study.
noisy.
It's
I
always
studied
So
at
study at
home.
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 study at home.
One more time. Hi, Juan. What are you doing?
Hi,
Hi
Juan.
Hi,
Juan,
What are you
what you
what
doing?
are you
doing?
doing?
I'm studying.
I'm
I'm
studying.
studying.
I'm studying.
How often do you come to the coffee shop?
How
How
often do
often
you
do you
How
come
come
to
to
the
the
Often
coffee?
do you
coffee
go
shop?
to a coffee shop?
3 times a week. Sometimes I study and sometimes I meet friends.
Three
Three
times a
times
week.
a week.
Sometimes I
Sometimes
study,
study,
and
Sometimes I
and
sometimes I
study.
sometimes
meet
I meet
friends.
friends.
I never come here to study. It's always so noisy. I study at home.
I never come
Never
I
here
come
to
here
never
to
study.
come here
study.
to
It's
study.
always
It's
so
It's
always so
noisy.
always so
I
noisy. I
study
noisy.
at
study at
home.
home.
Very good. So, true or false? Juan comes to the coffee shop every day. True or false?
False.
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 Very good. Number 2. Juan always studies there. True or false?
False.
False. Number 3. Lola always studies at home.
False.
False.
Look at Lola.
True.
Yeah,
True.
because
Good.
I
True.
study at home.
Very good.
Oh, yes, yes.
True.
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 Do you study at home?
Who?
Christian.
Uh, sometimes.
Good. Juliana, do you study at home?
Yes, teacher, I study at home.
Very good. And Kiara, do you study at home? Okay. So, Idalia, do you study at the coffee shop?
Yes, sometimes.
Very good. And Fernanda, do you study at the coffee shop? Okay. So let's check our answers. We do that by clicking check, and we got them all correct. Very good. So let's look at today's grammar. So we are looking at adverbs of frequency. So repeat after me. I never study at a
Study.
coffee shop.
I
I
never
never
study at
study
a
at
coffee
I
coffee
shop.
never
shop.
Try at the coffee shop.
shop.
You rarely study at a coffee shop.
You
You
rarely
rarely
You
study at
Study
the
study
at
coffee
the
shop.
at the
that
coffee
in
shop.
the coffee shop.
He sometimes studies at the coffee shop.
He sometimes
He
study
He
at a
sometimes
shop
study
sometimes
at
sometimes
a coffee
studies
shop.
at the
coffee
coffee
shop.
shop.
She often studies at the coffee shop.
She
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 often
often
study
study
at
Then
a
at the
coffee shop.
that
coffee shop.
the coffee shop.
Good. You usually study at the coffee shop. Oop.
You
We
you
usually
You
study
usually
at a
usually
coffee
usually
shop.
at the coffee shop.
study at the coffee shop.
We always study at a coffee shop.
We
we
always
always
study
We
at a
study
coffee
at the
shop.
coffee shop.
study at
Study
the coffee
coffee
shop.
shop.
They never study at a coffee shop.
They
They
never
They
never
study at
They
the
study
coffee
at the
shop.
never
coffee shop.
study at the coffee shop.
All right. So look at the timeline, the line from 0 to 100%. So 0 would be never. And then you go up to about 20%. And then let's say about 40 to 50%. And then 60%, 80%, and then 100%. So when you're talking about how often you do something, never means never, 0%. Or you can say rarely. So Christian rarely studies at a coffee shop. So that means 20% of the times, maybe once a month. Sometimes
Zero,
it's a
zero.
0. So Christian never studies at a coffee shop. Sometimes
Correct.
is about in the middle, between 40 and 50%. Often is more than 50%. So I'd say it's about 60%. Usually means is like rarely, but the opposite. 80% of the time you study at the coffee shop, and then maybe 20% you study somewhere else. And then, of course, always means every day, no matter what. So,
Usually.
some notes. Put adverbs of frequency after the verb be. It is always noisy here. It is sometimes noisy. It is never noisy. So we always have the be is, am, are before your adverb. You can use sometimes at the beginning or end of a sentence. Sometimes I study at the coffee shop. I study at the coffee shop sometimes.
The same.
Yep, they're both the same. Um, no change in meaning. And then I sometimes study at the coffee shop. So there are three ways you can use sometimes: beginning, middle, end.
Okay.
And the meaning does not change. This is one of those weird English things.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go to our first practice. So identify how these students get to school. Read the sentences and underline or highlight the 6 adverbs of frequency. So in your notebooks, copy down the 4 sentences and then underline. So I'm just going to draw a little underline where it says highlight the 6 adverbs of frequency. I'll give you about 5 minutes to complete.
Okay.
All right. About 3 minutes. About 1 more minute. 30 more seconds. All right. So repeat after me. I often go to walk to school. I
I,
take
of-
the
Oh, oh.
bus when it rains.
I often walk
Of
to
Walk
of
school.
the
to
school.
school.
I
I
take the
take the
Take
bus.
the
bus
I
bus
take
when
the
Train.
it's
bus
when
rain.
it
when it
rains.
rains.
Very good. Oh. So, which adverbs of frequency do you see?
Often.
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 Good. Number 2, repeat after me. My husband usually drives me. Sometimes I take the train.
My husband
Husband
usually
My
drives
usually
me.
My
husband
drive
husband
usually
Sometimes
drive
drives me.
me.
I take the
Sometimes
train.
he
Sometimes I
take
take the
the
train.
train.
Good. Which adverbs of frequency do you see here?
Usually.
Good.
sometimes.
And sometimes.
Very
Sometimes.
good. Number 3, repeat after me. I live near the school, but I rarely walk there.
I live
I
near
live
the
Near
school,
I
near
but
near
I
school.
rarely
the
walk
school,
there.
but really walk there.
Good. So, which adverb of frequency do you see here?
Rarely.
Re-
Really,
Rarely.
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 really.
Rarely.
Re-
That is a hard one.
Rarely.
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 Really.
Good. This one always makes students laugh in class because it gotta be rarely. Good. Okay, number 4. I always take the train to school. I never take the bus.
I always
I
take the
always
train
take
to
the
school.
train to school.
I never
I
take the
never
bus.
Never
take the bus.
take the
Take the bus.
Good. Which adverbs of frequency do you see here?
Always and never.
always.
And
I never.
Always,
always in.
never. Good. So now we click check and we got them all. Very good. Next. Let me clear and reset. All right. So we have 6 sentences here, and I want you to rewrite the sentences using the adverbs of frequency at the end of the sentence. Take about 6 minutes and in your notebooks, write the correct version with the adverb of frequency.
Okay.
About 5 more minutes. About 2 more minutes. About 1 minute. All right. Number 1. I am hungry in the morning. How would you rewrite that sentence?
I am never hungry in the morning.
Very good. I am never hungry
in
in
the morning.
the morning. Number 2. She walks the dog before work.
She usually walks the dog before work.
Good. She usually walks the dog before work. Number 3. The baby sleeps in the afternoon.
The baby often
after
sleeps in the afternoon.
afternoon.
Very good. The baby often sleeps in the
The
afternoon. Next, Christian. The students write in pencil on tests.
I write always the students
Where should I put?
or the
Always.
students always write.
Good. The students always write in
Mhm.
pencil on tests. Good. Next, Juliana. My children watch TV on Saturday mornings.
Mm, Sometimes my children watch TV on Saturday mornings.
Children watch TV on Saturday mornings. Does anyone have a different version?
Yeah,
So there's
my children sometimes watch TV on Saturday mornings.
very good. My children sometimes watch TV on Saturday mo- mornings. Okay, one more. Idalia, do you know what the last one can be?
My children watch TV sometime on Saturday morning.
Almost. So here, remember, it goes at the beginning, at the middle, and
Hey,
at the end.
um,
Sometimes.
Time.
Good. Number 6. She's at work before 8 a.m. Let's have Fernanda.
She rarely at
Mhm.
work before 8 a.m.
Okay. Good. She's rarely at work before 8 a.m. Very good. Let's click check. I know number 5 is going to tell me it's wrong because there was no space to put a period. Sometimes Burlington does not give enough space. And when that happens, we just move on. Very good.
mhm.
All right, number 6. So let's use these sentences to ask each other some questions. So use never, rarely, sometimes, often, usually, or always in your answers. So, number 1, how do you learn new words? Idalia?
I don't know. How to-
So we can look at the example, and it says I usually write the new words in my notebook. I practice them at home sometimes.
Oh,
Me.
Okay, Christian.
okay.
I sometimes write the new words in my phone.
Good. That's actually a good one. All right. Next, Juliana. Who do you ask for help with English?
Mm, usually, I ask for help with English.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Oh,
I
is
usually
who?
ask.
Yeah. Mm, okay. Usually, I ask the teacher for help with English, or
Very good. That's
yeah.
perfect. All right. Next. Um, Number 3, Idalia. Who do you practice speaking English with?
Sometime, s-
Good.
sometimes speak with my my children.
Very good. Number 4, Vanessa. Where do you speak English outside of class? Agachi.
I speak English. No. I usually speak English outside of class.
Okay, good. Where? At work?
Where? Okay. Where? Yes, at work.
Very good. And Fernanda, do you read in English outside of class? Give her a second to unmute. Christian, do you read in English outside of class?
Um, I ra- I rarely, I don't know,
I,
rarely,
I rarely
rarely reading English outside
of class. I rarely
class.
read in English outside of class. Good. Next, let's have Juliana. In what language do you watch TV?
Mm, usually, I watch TV in English
Very good.
and always put the subtitles in English.
Very good. Perfect. All right. So we're going to move on to the second grammar, the expressions of frequency. So repeat after me. How often do you study English?
How
How
how often
often
do you
How
do
study
you
often do
study
you
English?
English?
study English?
How often does he study English?
How
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 often
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 does he
that
does
study
he
she
English?
study
study?
English?
How often does she study English?
How
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 often
often
How
does
does
he
that
study
study
English?
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 How often do you study English?
How
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 often do you
often
often
do
study
do
you
you
English?
study
study English?
English?
How often do they study English?
How often do
How
they study
often
English?
do
English.
you
Very good. Now, expressions of frequency. Every day,
every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
every day,
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
day.
every week,
Every week.
Every
Week.
week.
every
Week.
week,
Every week.
Every week.
every year.
Week. Every
Every
year.
year.
Every year.
Good. Once a day,
Once a
Once
day.
a day.
Today.
once a week,
Once a
Once
week.
a
Once a week.
once a year,
Once a year.
Once a year.
twice a day,
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
twice a week,
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
twice a year,
Twice
Twice
a
a
year.
year.
Right.
3 times a day,
3
Three
times a
times a
day.
day.
3 times a week,
3
Three
times a week.
times a week.
3 times.
3 times a year.
3
Three
times a
times
year.
a year.
A year.
Good. So let's look at. So we have a schedule on the board, Miss Brown's English class. So what you're going to do is look at the schedule and answer the questions. Use expressions of frequency. So I'll give you about 6 minutes to answer these questions. Write them in your notebooks. And your time starts now. Sounds like a train.
Yeah.
All right. You need more time or are you ready? This one is a hard one.
I'm finished.
You're finished? Okay.
Yes.
Christian, how are you?
Mm, 1 minute, please.
Okay, I'll give you an extra minute. That's no problem. I'll give an extra 2 minutes just in case.
Thank you. What the? Okay. Okay.
Okay. Very good. So, number 1. How often do the students study English?
Every days.
Oh, not every day because there's 2 days missing from the schedule. How many days do you see there?
Oh,
Yeah, tricky.
Every day.
Not every day. It's tricky, this one. Because you're missing Saturday
The
and
test.
Sunday. So
Mm,
Uh-huh.
it is
the students study English 5 days a week.
very
5
good.
days a week.
They study English 5 days a week. That is tricky. I remember from the summer, this one tricked a lot of people.
Okay.
All right. How often
Eh,
does the class meet in room 104?
2 days a week.
How many days a week?
2 days,
Twice
Days.
two
twice
days,
a week.
2 days.
2 days,
2
day,
a week.
days a week.
2 days a week.
Good. How often do the students practice in the lab?
Once a day. No,
One
once
day,
a week.
Once a week.
Once a week.
once a week.
Next. How often do the students study English in the morning?
Mm, 4 days.
Days a week.
Um,
4 days a week. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4 days
yeah,
a
4
week.
days a week.
4 days a week. How often does Mr. Brown give the students a test?
Once a week.
Once a
Once a
week.
week.
Once a week. All right. Very good. So, questions for you guys. We'll start with Idalia. How often do you take the bus?
Never.
I never
I
take.
never take a bus.
Good. Do you have a car?
Yes, I have car.
Very good. All right. Next, Christian, how often do you clean your house?
I rarely clean my house.
I rarely clean my house. Oh no,
I rarely clean my house.
you're a poor mom. How often do you go to another country, Juliana?
I really go to another country.
Very good. I rarely go to another country. Next, let's have Vanessa. How often do you visit family?
I sometimes visit my family.
Good. Next, Fernanda. How often do you meet friends?
We should meet.
So, Christian, how often do you meet friends?
How do you say meet?
Meet is like to um
Reunirse.
Reunion.
yeah,
Reunión.
reunion.
Oh,
¿Con qué frecuencia
Party.
tenemos
I don't have friends.
That's
Really,
a lot.
really.
How about
No, really.
how about your cousin? How often do you visit your cousin?
So, wait. I sometimes visit my cousin.
Good. I know his cousin, so I could ask that. Next. Juliana, how often do you exercise?
I do exercise every day.
I exercise every day.
Interesting.
Es real.
Oh, good.
Casi. Adiós.
Okay, next. And Idalia, how
Mhm.
often do you work?
Oh, for this moment, I don't.
That so
In my house, every day.
every day, or you can say I never work,
I never work.
or I rarely work. All right. And Vanessa, how often do you speak English?
I sometimes speak English. Oh, ¿cómo sería? Um, bueno, sí, a veces, sometimes speak English.
Yep. There you go. Perfect.
What is, how do you say? Hmm.
Okay.
What the? Oh.
So, how often do you cook dinner? Let's have Christian first.
I often cook dinner.
Very good.
in the-
Idalia, how often do you cook dinner?
Often cook dinner every day.
Very, very good. I often cook dinner. Very good.
I often cook dinner
Mhm.
every day.
And Juliana, how often do you cook dinner?
I often cook dinner.
Very good. And Vanessa, how often do you cook dinner?
I rarely cook dinner.
Good. All right. So we're going to finish a little early today. So that means I'm going to have to go to a English in America lesson. All right. So you have 5 sentences here. In your notebook, look at each sentence and correct the error. There's one error at least in each sentence. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Okay.
One more minute. All right. So, number 1, Bob studies often for tests with friends. What's the error here? Juliana?
I think it's
Is
but
that
often studies for tests with friends.
Good. Okay, number 2, Nicole and her husband eat meat never.
Nicole and her
Nicole and her husband never eat meat.
never?
Very good. Number 3, Bill rarely is late for class. What should we change it to?
Really,
Bill
really
is
is late for class.
Bill is really late for class.
Good. So remember, the be
Okay.
verb
Eh,
goes before the adverb. So Bill
Okay.
is rarely
Really
late
is
for class.
late for class.
4, how often Bruno work at the restaurant?
How often does Bruno work at
Very
the
good.
restaurant?
I'm glad that you caught that. This was an addition. Does Bruno work at the restaurant? And number 5, Kathy phones her mother 1 time a day. So this one's tricky because you're only changing one word, and you're changing the word you're changing is probably not what you think. Or maybe.
I don't know.
So I think it's Kathy calls her mother 1 time or 1 time a day. Let's check. Uh-oh. Let's take a look at. You see what I made a mistake with?
Saturday.
So, phone.
Saturday.
Phones is kind of it's a word that people don't use anymore. But instead of one time a day, it should be once a
Once
day.
a day.
Wednesday.
Let's check and see if they accept it. Oh, phew.
Once.
We got it correct. All right. So we're going to go to an English in America activity. I think we were in the middle of, yes, we were. So we're going to do the listen activity. So we're going to listen 2 times. So the first time, just listen to understand.
Today, we're going to talk about healthy meals. Vitamins and minerals are important. Fruit and vegetables have vitamins and minerals in them, so we need to eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Carbohydrates are important too. You can get carbohydrates from bread, potatoes, rice, and pasta. Eat whole grains when you can. Protein is very important. You can get protein from lean meat, fish, eggs, and beans. Whole grains have a lot of protein too, so you can have a healthy meal even if you don't eat meat. So now you know, a healthy meal is a meal that has everything your body needs.
All right. So let's listen one more time. This time, look for the answers. You're going to choose what you learn from the listening. So listen again.
Today, we're going to talk about healthy meals. Vitamins and minerals are important. Fruit and vegetables have vitamins and minerals in them, so we need to eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Carbohydrates are important too. You can get carbohydrates from bread, potatoes, rice, and pasta. Eat whole grains when you can. Protein is very important. You can get protein from lean meat, fish, eggs, and beans. Whole grains have a lot of protein too, so you can have a healthy meal even if you don't eat meat. So now you know, a healthy meal is a meal that has everything your body needs.
All right. So, what letters did you hear? Did you hear it's important to eat 3 meals a day?
No.
Did you hear we should eat fruit and vegetables?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Did you hear there's a lot of carbohydrates in eggs?
No.
No.
Good.
No.
Did you hear we shouldn't eat lean meat?
No.
No.
Did you hear there's a lot of protein in whole grains?
Sí.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And did you hear we can eat a healthy meal without meat?
No sé. No sé.
Do you want to listen one more time? So we'll listen one more time.
Today, we're going to talk about healthy meals. Vitamins and minerals are important. Fruit and vegetables have vitamins and minerals in them, so we need to eat lots of fruit and vegetables. Carbohydrates are important too. You can get carbohydrates from bread, potatoes, rice, and pasta. Eat whole grains when you can. Protein is very important. You can get protein from lean meat, fish, eggs, and beans. Whole grains have a lot of protein too, so you can have a healthy meal even if you don't eat meat. So now you know, a healthy meal is a meal that has everything your body needs.
So, can you have a healthy meal without meat?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So let's check. Very good. All right. So we got a different presentation. And let's listen.
My name is Ricardo. I'm a chef in a restaurant. I want to tell you about my favorite dish. It's called black bean chili. My chili has black beans, brown rice, chicken, red pepper, corn, tomatoes, and lime juice in it. The vegetables and the lime juice have important vitamins and minerals. The chicken and black beans have protein. The brown rice gives your body the carbohydrates it needs for energy. My chili has everything your body needs, and it's delicious too.
Okay, one more time.
My name is Ricardo. I'm a chef in a restaurant. I want to tell you about my favorite dish. It's called black bean chili. My chili has black beans, brown rice, chicken, red pepper, corn, tomatoes, and lime juice in it. The vegetables and the lime juice have important vitamins and minerals. The chicken and black beans have protein. The brown rice gives your body the carbohydrates it needs for energy. My chili has everything your body needs, and it's delicious too.
All right. So Ricardo works as a
Chef.
Chef.
chef. Good. Ricardo's favorite dish is
Black bean chili.
Black bean
Black bean
chili.
chili.
good. This dish has beans, rice, and chicken.
Black bean.
Black
Black
beans.
beans.
Good.
Brown rice.
Brown rice and chicken.
Brown.
Very good. There are vitamins and minerals in the
Vegetable.
Vegetable and lime
Veg-
juice.
Lime
Sure.
juice.
Lime juice.
very good. Ricardo's chili is a healthy meal and it's also
Delicious.
delicious. Good. Let's check. And we got them all correct. Now, number 10. So we have a menu. Tell me, how many soups are there with vegetables? There are 2, 3 soups with vegetables. Which one is it?
3.
3.
3.
3?
So,
Yes. 3 soups
Three
with
soups.
vegetables.
Good. You have a dish choice of 4 main courses.
Choice.
Potato.
Good. You have a choice of 4 main
Choice.
courses.
Okay.
Number 3.
Good.
You get rice, potatoes with your chicken.
Yes.
Potato.
Potatoes.
potatoes.
Good, potatoes. There are 4 desserts, soups on the menu.
Dessert.
Desserts.
Good.
Desserts.
Dessert.
Good. Fruit salad, ice cream is a healthy choice for dessert.
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad. Very good. Let's check. Oh, number 1. So, is bean a soup?
Bean.
Is bean a type of vegetable?
Bean.
No.
No.
No, no, no.
It's-
Protein.
So it's 2 types of soups
Protein. Yes.
with vegetables. I don't think bean soup. Well, I don't know actually what bean soup
Um,
is. All right. So for homework, I would like you to you're gonna do Unit 2, Lesson 2, Grammar Review of Adverbs and Expressions of Frequency. So, oh, no. So that is all for today. I'll see everyone on Wednesday.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
okay. Bye. See
Thank
Have
you
a good
you,
night.
teacher.
Wednesday.
Bye.
See you
You
Wednesday.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.